So the breaking news this evening, and all Celtic fans are talking about it already, is the fact that the Paulo Bernardo deal is done again. Yes, it's done. It's officially done this time. It's officially done. It's officially done, even though it was announced in Sky last week. Paulo Bernardo is returning to the Celtics. Celtic will finalise the £3.5 million move, and they've also begun talks with Wolves over left back Bueno. The Portuguese midfield player will sign a 5-year deal. Celtic seem to be liking the 5-year deals with players. It's obviously because of the fact that they're planning on selling them within year 2-3 to maximise the return on their investment. Also, Celtic are chasing the Spaniard, Hugo Bueno, who's made 49 appearances for Wolves. It has been put down the pecking order, but the fact that the Paulo Bernardo deal is probably good news as far as Celtic are concerned. It is one of the players, and we spoke about it this afternoon. I mean, I did say this afternoon in the video that, look, it has been an unfortunate transfer window. Things haven't went to plan. Why is it taking so long to get the Paulo Bernardo deal done and dusted? Sky did announce it over a week ago. What has been the hold up over the last week? Paulo Bernardo will undergo a medical examination, put pen to paper, it says, on the 5-year deal and join Celtic after his 1-year loan last year. We had the option to buy for $6 million, and I mean, it's just Celtic all over. And this is probably what has taken the time. We did have the option to buy for $6 million, and people will say, is it a good piece of business getting them down from $6 million to $3.5 million? If Celtic rate them at $6 million, just pay the money as far as I'm concerned, and we could have had them in. And it is all good news. It is good news, but Brendan Rodgers said a couple of weeks ago that he wanted the players in before we went to America to get them at the training camp. Get them at the training camp and get people up to speed with the way that we're going to, and try these new tactics. Brendan Rodgers has been speaking about these new tactics that we've been trying out in games, and it was good to be. He said it would be good to see these come out and play. So it is a new way that we're going to be playing. Is it faster attacking football? Is it a bit more like the Ange ball that we're going to be playing? I think so this season. When you've seen it against Manchester City anyway, there are going to be a lot quicker balls out. And that's why Schmeichel was brought in. Let's not forget about it. Like, Schmeichel knows how to play a quick ball out and get it to the player that he needs to, that he knows on the pitch, that they'll make the move coherent and fast attacking Celtic style football. After scoring 4 goals in 33 appearances, Paulo Bernardo played a key role in securing the double last season. Yes, you have to remember the current Burns, the zombies, the fact that he zipped past a couple of those players and he taken an absolutely fantastic shot from about 25 yards outside the box. Hammered it against the Rangers keeper, who spilled the ball for the one and only Adam Ida. Don't talk about him in a transfer fucking video. Adam Ida smashes the ball in the back of the net. Fucking yes! Celtic have won the double. Anyway, it's good to get Paulo Bernardo back. He is one of the players that the manager wanted back. But let's talk about the left back. The Spanish international Bueno. He was targeted in January as a loan. They turned him down. They turned it down then. They don't look as if they want to sell him. Is a loan? Now I'm going to play devil's advocate here, and is a loan for the player the way forward? Surely there's a left back in the world somewhere that's as equally as good that because we went and bought. And I think it's okay bringing in loan players, but do you know, we're not going to get him with an obligation to buy or anything by the looks of it. We're not going to get anything like that. He's coming here for first team football and Champions League football, and then he's going to go back to Wolves. And I just think that we're at a stage now with Celtic that we don't really, I mean, people will say, look, we had Paulo Bernardo on loan. Yeah, but we had an option to buy him. With the Wolves one, it doesn't look like we're going to get the option to buy. There is going to be no option there at all. So is it a good move by Celtic? Will it do Greg Taylor the world of good? Greg Taylor has been there and done it before. There was a player from South America came in and Greg Taylor kind of went, this is my shirt, mate. I'm keeping my hoodie. And he upped his game. It could only be good for Greg Taylor, and it gives him that little kick up the arse. And hopefully bringing somebody of a bit of quality into the team will make Greg Taylor, and who knows, Greg Taylor might take his game to the next level, which would then benefit Celtic. So bringing in a lone player, it does have its downsides as far as I'm concerned. There is no option to buy there, it looks like, but I just wish that we would just go out and buy a left back. It's a position that we've known for a long time that has needed to be filled, and we still haven't filled that position. So tell me your thoughts in the comments about Paulo Bernardo officially being officially. Oh, it's like my little house in the prairie or something. It's like anyway, and the Norwich striker Adam Ida and Darren O'Shea are the other two transfer targets that Celtic want to get in this window. Will Celtic get in Darren O'Shea? Well, that one's been kicking around since the beginning of the month, and it's been kicking around since June, actually. So it'll be interesting to see if we get him in. What is going to happen with the one and only Gustav Lager-Belke? Lager, Gustav, Gustav. That never kicked off, did it? But anyway, Gustav, Lager-Belke. He is going to be surplus to Celtic again, and he's going to be left going out towards the end of the transfer window trying to get a club. I feel for that player. I mean, he's been taken to America, and it was like, Celtic, if you're going to get in another defender, just let the boy go and play some football. That's all he wants to do, rather than keep him hanging about. And then we've got the ongoing situation with Matt O'Reilly, who, let's face it, looks like he will be leaving Celtic and this window at some point. The fact that we've had official offers from Atlanta, we've had an official offer from Southampton, and it was only at the turn of the year that we had an official offer from Spain. And we're just waiting on Liverpool coming in and making their mark, because I think that will probably be the team that ends up getting them all. Until Celtic receive an acceptable offer. And people are saying in the comments, look, I wish the dog's trying to get the play ball. I wish that Celtic would just come out and tell fans exactly what the situation is, rather than sort of putting out snippets to the media saying, look, we want 25 million. That before we even talk to anyone, they need to put down 25 million. Well, tell that to the fans. Just be honest with the fans. The fans would probably appreciate it a lot more, rather than saying, oh, it's difficult for Celtic to compete with the wages. Piss off. Tell us the truth. We're grown men. We can deal with it. We might not like it. We might take to social media to fucking vent our anger and vent our disapproval. But that's modern day. Just deal with it, Celtic. Tell us what the state of play is. If you want to sell Matt O'Reilly, tell us what the terms and conditions are for the sale. Just be honest with the fans about it. That's all that we're asking. Anyway, the good news is today the fact that we have got the deal done. The deal that was done, and then it was done, and then it paused, and then it was done again. Yes, Paulo Bernardo signing a 5-year deal. Is that a good deal for Celtic? You know that Celtic are going to try and sell him on. The Benfica do have a massive sell-on clause of 30%, and they will want to see that come to fruition. Celtic have been haggling over personal terms. It's just Celtic all over, isn't it? Haggling over his personal terms. They know what the player's worth. He fucking set up the Scottish Cup final. This is what I don't like about our board. And people say, oh, Baz, you're always saying a dig at the board. But no fucking wonder. It's like, just get the job done. It's like we're a week away from the start of the league. And although Paulo Bernardo will be up to speed with his fitness and everything, he doesn't know anything about the new tactics or anything that we've seemingly implemented during the closed season. Anyway, that is all good news. The 30% selling clause with Benfica that was agreed last week, and this week it's all been about getting his wage demands down. And I feel for the player. And you know exactly what's being said. Look, Paulo, come to Celtic, take the wage hit for 2 years. We'll sell you in 2 years' time for 15 to 20 million, and then you'll be able to double your wages. Come on, lad, just do it. And that's the kind of fake shit promises that we make to players. This is the bullshit that probably puts players off coming to Celtic in the first place. Anyway, on that note, it is a good news night. I'm cancelling the live tonight because I am going out for dinner with my good lady, and it's well deserved. So on that note, have a fantastic evening, Celtic fans, all around the world, because I know I will. Lit. Roll up to the party, roll up to